Alright guys, I tried doing the old golf cart cam, but without my thumb drive on here where I can steer, I can't do it. Roses are bloomed real nice too. Beautiful time of year for that. This old porch we never used, but I'm fixing to redo it anyway. I think the battery on my trailer is getting low because I don't see the lights working very well. So I need to unplug it so it doesn't undercharge it. Yeah, I just unplugged them. If I got the wires to the lights ran direct to the battery, so it can drain it way too low if you lit it. Figured we'd test out the side hill ability uphill. We got one wheel in the air, but it did not flip. It's all right. I know we're supposed to be testing the other two already, but man, this thing is just so fun. We'll get to it. Let's drive over to an obstacle. Now the tires are wet too. No weight in these wheels hurt it really. They should have some weight. And then these are kind of stacked high. So at an angle, I think we could get it to happen. There we go, come on. Ah. She's got some punch, I'll tell you that. And some super slow. That was not pretty, but we did it, didn't we? There we go. That one there caught a lot nicer. Oops, sorry. It's not easy for me to do one-handed. I'm Amateur at that. Buttery smooth, I'm telling you what. And remember again, all that humming noise is my servo. Now this might be a little narrow since I took these wheel extensions off. What do you guys think of that though? I mean, this thing here is kind of high geared, I always felt, but it never had a top end speed that was worth having. And this is just so nice on the slow end. My wife said she wanted a slug bug body on her TRX4. It's the Bronco right now, but she said she kind of wanted a Beetle. So I wish I had some ideals on that one. You know what would look good. I need some ideals. I need some pictures of them. If you guys are on my Facebook and you happen to have a TRX4 with a slug bug body on it, let me know. I'd love to see it. Creep across this little pile and we're gonna hit a few rocks. Now when you go into your settings on the Hobbywing box that you can adjust everything with, now this motor and ESC combo, it doesn't have a lot of the adjustment settings that the other ones have. You can adjust your drag brake and your voltage for the BEC and stuff, but you can't do your startup rate and stuff like that like you can the Hobbywing 1080. I guess they got that stuff where they want it and they leave it there. Now let's go hit these rocks over here. Let's try this little spot here while it's wet. This is not going to be that easy, I don't think, for this truck. Now the tank tracks made light work of this the other day. Even on rocks, surprised me. Even though you got this slow control, it's so easy to go fast because, I mean, on accident, go and punch it because it's got a lot of punch. Not a lot, but just it comes on fast. See if I can get these tires to hook up on the wet rocks. Right here, I feel like I'll have to punch it. Let's see if I can do it without punching it. That back tire is not going to do it, is it? There we go. Okay. Very nice. Oops, sorry guys. I'm getting bad at that, ain't I? I'm gonna hit one more line of rocks before we break out the high trail and test it with that other pinion. That's right here. Yeah, my wheel extensions, they they rubbed a little bit if I tightened them up too tight, so I'd take them off. But it doesn't seem to hurt this truck too much being narrower. Not having the weight maybe does. Let me get this side down here and then clear. Come on. There we go. When you got a twitchy finger, it shows though with this setup because it's got so much punch, like I said. She's a beast, I'm gonna tell you that. It's weird that it feels like taking them wheel extensions off have helped it, not hurt it. That's what is kind of amazing to me. Let's get this thing up here and get it back down to the trailer so we can test the other one. How about, let's see how slow it does going downhill. I didn't think about it, but reverse. It's not bad for downhill. She sounds so smooth. Let's see how it does going forward downhill. The TRX4 has definitely got a little bit more slow control because of the portals, but that's still very nice right there. So all right, well, let's break out the King. She's still my favorite anyway. I mean, the control in this thing is just phenomenal. You notice it's not as quiet as the Ecto. Now here's where I think the longer wheelbase is going to shine again. She did the other day. Well, also the weighted wheels, keep that in mind. And 2.2s. Very small 2.2s. They're not locked yet either. All right. As you can see, they're not, but still goes. I kept them unlocked for this turn right here, obviously. Didn't fall off of it. I really feel like I need to get a Vanquish because they're supposed to be, you know, the cream of the crop. And when it comes to just a straight out trail truck, man, I think these TRX4s, they have been engineered perfect. almost. So I would really love to see how good the Vanquish are. I know they look pretty cool, especially if you get the old metal axles and everything. So maybe that's something I'll work toward soon. My wife mentioned she wants me to get some small crawlers. She likes the small stuff. When I first started my channel, I had a little course and stuff, and then I switched to the 10th scale right after. And she liked it. She said she kind of wants me to do that again. Now we'll lock them in. Uphill, downhill, it don't matter. It's awesome. It usually, once that back tire gets up there, it kind of hangs, and it'll make the front end pop a wheelie. But let's find out, can we do just as well here? I'm trying to get, this is probably my worst camera mount I got. I have no clue what I'm pointing at with this thing. All right, catch on there, come on. That back tire fold up. Come on now. What are we hanging on? My bumper? Now, that Ecto, I was able to go slow right here, but I think I was over this way further. But let's see. Back tire gonna hang. Come on, come on. Come on now. Don't drop off now. There we go. Hopefully I got all that on. Well, I've kind of got the front tire to go off in the down here, but I got it back on. Yeah, my language, I got my own language. Off in the down here. Yeah. You can tell there's a lot of weight in them wheels when you climb something like that right there. Look at the shock stuff. Look at that. I love it. You know, I don't know if there's any other shocks that are as good as these, because I kind of believe once you find something that you love like that, you don't need to look for other ones. Waste your money sometimes by trying. I think from now on, if I want to spend money on some suspension, I'll probably just buy Desert Lizard shocks every time. I don't care if they're the same thing over and over. I don't know. It does get old when you see the same stuff on every truck, but again, you don't want to buy something that costs more but performs worse. Let's get over to the other rocks. I hope we're getting a decent picture with it being dark and all. This monster is just rolling through it. I could have cruise controlled that whole thing, I bet you. Again, when it comes to drag brake, you don't have to ever worry about your drag brake. Oh yeah, I did back the other one up right here, so let me show you. Now the other one, when you went in reverse, it wasn't super slow, but it wasn't horrible. And even this one's a little faster than it is when it's not on a hill, but I can handle that. And then you can adjust from there to the speed you want. Ooh, and your headlight color if you got them hooked up that way. There we go, let's do purple.